Man, it's always refreshing, man, when you got these NFL legends that come out and speak positivity about certain players. Man, shout out to Bernie Kosar. Now, we all know who Kosar is, man. Bernie Kosar, he was drafted in 1985 to the Cleveland Browns, played 8 seasons with the Cleveland Browns. You know, he had a career NFL statistically. He had 3,365 yard passing attempts. He completed 1,994. His completion percentage was 59.3%. He had 124 TDs to 87 interceptions. He passed for over 23,000 yards. He had a passer rating of 81.8. And Bernie Kosar appeared on Dogs Pound podcast this morning. Shout out to them for capturing the great footage. But Bernie Kosar has said some great things about Shedeur Sanders. And this is what I'm saying, man, when guys start to keep it real and they give you, positivity instead of speaking negativity because their career is over. Now, we know Bernie Kosar went through a health scare and he's recovering, but Bernie Kosar did say some things about Shedeur Sanders, and he didn't hold back when it came to Shedeur Sanders. And he just put out the shocking truth, man. And we're going to talk about it right after this.
What's up, Kosar? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it.
Simply ball dropping, simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man, I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Nah.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. This my bro Kosar, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your top picks. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, bumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast, the man behind the mic, Kosar.
Well, guys, I got something to say, man. Shout out to Bernie Kosar for not holding back and keeping it 100 when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. Now, we all seen these ex-NFL quarterbacks such as Dan Orlowski, Hasselbeck. We've heard the negative things that they have said about Shedeur Sanders, coming out of the draft where he was drafted in the 5th round, 144th pick. And we've heard some of their takes on Shedeur Sanders. He can't do this, he can't do that. And we heard all the narratives about Shedeur Sanders, even coming into the draft. We heard the likes of Brian Dable saying some things, putting the narrative out there, and a lot of people just debunking that narrative. And it's always refreshing when you got some of these ex-NFL quarterbacks that played the position at a high level and actually succeeded, such as Bernie Kosar, to come out and say the gracious things that he has said about Shedeur Sanders. And you got to understand something. Bernie Kosar is a Cleveland Brown legend quarterback. So for all the people that go back in the days that watched the Cleveland Browns, from Ernest Biner to Ernie Davis, the list goes way back. And then you watching the likes of Bernie Kosar play quarterback, and to hear one of your legends that played the position talk gracefully about Shedeur Sanders, it's always refreshing because it's a lot of negative stuff out there that people have said about Shedeur Sanders. And it's always great to hear somebody say some great things. So this morning, Bernie Kosar was on the Dog Pound podcast, and they was doing a live podcast show. And they got a chance to sit down with Bernie Kosar. And Bernie Kosar, he didn't mince words. He didn't hold back when it came to Shedeur Sanders. And we're going to sit here and listen to it. And once we finish listening to it, we'll come back and I'll let you know my thoughts. Here we go.
I'm a big fan of Shedeur.
Yeah.
Okay, and I really don't get where, and I've kind of watched enough, and I've had my health issues, so I've been a little preoccupied as to not devouring every fact that's out there in the football world and in the Browns world in particular. But as a guy who just loves football and for the last decade has followed it as intently as I have the first 62 years of my life, I don't see anything wrong with what Shedeur does. I love his personality. Like, I get people, they don't like his personality. Like, are you crazy? Like, it's one of the greatest, coolest personalities. He's happy. He talks. He goes out to all these kind of events. He's amazing on his off time, hanging out with high school's kids and junior high kids, and the influence he makes his teammates look up to him. He has confidence and belief in himself. And us quarterbacks, we are victims or beneficiaries of the guys around us. And I'm not looking to say anything negative that gets me in trouble, but the Browns were poor last year on offense, and and then we had injuries at the end of the year. And for Shedeur to come in and play productively at the end of the year when the line was woeful. The receivers were non-existent, okay? And he made plays. Now, I wish we drafted Andrew Berry like this when I was playing, a lineman and two receivers with the first, 30-some picks, okay? But now to see him play with three weapons, okay, and some signing on the offensive line, like, I'm really looking forward to that. I actually... and I tend to always want to be positive, but my Pinocchio nose has grown extensively longer since the team's come back in '99, because here we are in June. I wouldn't want to be negative here, So sometimes, again, I don't want to say I lied, but I wanted to find the positive stuff of that.
For sure. Thank you.
I wasn't just doing that this year, because I really do believe that with Shedeur and then the defense and Miles, I was into that. The trade, okay, the kid coming is a good player.
Yes.
Nobody's Miles, though. Okay, and Miles alters the whole game. So, like, how now are we going to be with that? And it's very important for Coach Bunkin to really, and he gets it as an older coach with his first chance, is when sometimes you trade your best player. What does the rest of us guys think? Okay, like, are we playing for another couple years from now? So that's dangerous to where what the rest of the locker room is thinking.
Now, there you have it, man. You heard exactly what Bernie Kosar had to say, and he didn't hold back. He didn't mince words when it came to Shedeur Sanders, man. And he said all this negativity out there, it's good to hear somebody speak positive. And he's almost speaking around the lines that Shedeur said early, when the OTA started, when he got a chance to address the media about, come on, guys, we're all one. We need positivity. All the negativity needs to go. And it's refreshing to hear somebody say that, especially from one of the legends himself in Bernie Kosar, an ex-Cleveland Brown quarterback. So Bernie Kosar is basically saying, all the things that you heard about Shedeur Sanders that are negative, man, y'all need to stop that. This kid is joyful. This kid handles the spotlight professionally. He gives great interviews, media day accesses. He don't shy from the camera. He answers the questions thoroughly, and he's just a happy kid. And the negative stuff out there just needs to stop. And Bernie Kosar basically addressed that. Basically, Bernie Kosar is sending a message and shot to some of these media personnel, some of these NFL analysts, and some of these people that have this negative condensation about Shedeur Sanders, always talking negative. It's time to start speaking positive stuff about, people like that are just now coming into the NFL. Just because certain people's NFL careers didn't go the way they wanted, you see what they do. They try to undermine somebody that's making a profession right now because theirs didn't go the way they wanted. So the easy thing to do is just start talking negative about somebody that's just now breaking through in the NFL and starting off their NFL career. But I'm glad that Bernie Kosar had a chance to speak, and I'm glad Bernie Kosar addressed it live on the Dog Pounds podcast, where you heard it first and what Bernie Kosar had to say. And like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, it's always refreshing to hear somebody speaking positive about Shedeur Sanders. Y'all get down in the comments section and let me know what y'all think about today's video. I see everybody in the comments section. Hashtag salute. One thing I will address. Somebody made a comment and told me, I don't want to hear that music. Well, you don't have to come and watch the show. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.